everything I've done. I'll move on to my recent activism. Myself and about 40 elders occupied a band office in my home community. Of Telegraph Creek. It's the heart of our nation there, a part of the Tahltan territory. And we occupied the band office because there were issues around land being sold out. We have a lot of gold, we have a lot of gas in the territory, we have every kind of resource you can imagine. And it's being sold out right from under us by co-opted leadership, and that's the danger to our nation. These leaders who become co-opted and they think that their value comes from outside of our nation. They will be nothing if their nation doesn't support them. They haven't realized that. And we occupied the office where a chief was, we kicked him out of the community, and there were issues of sexual assault in the band office by this former chief. And we occupied the band office from January until September. And I think it was the longest occupation in any band. But we got the results, and the elders just would not give up. They just kept saying, no, if you have, and they were giving me these directions, and normally you would have legal analysis, you have all sorts of advisors around you to say, okay, this is the time to do this and that, and they were giving me these instructions, and the most difficult one was when we revealed the sexual assault, and the elders women's council brought me in. They said, okay, now we're going to bring this forward. It's an issue, even though the police couldn't get enough evidence. You know the story. They just never have enough evidence on these issues. And it was brought forward. I stayed up all night that night and wrote the press release. And I have to say that I'm very fearless. I'm a fearless type of person. There's not too many things that scare me. But that night I had fear in my heart for the first time in my years of activism. That was the most difficult thing to do, was to bring forward that sexual assault. And I was terrified, I cried, I sat up all night while the elders slept in the boardroom where we had our beds and that. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. No, finally I just did it. But I was saying, you know, what is so different about that? When it's one of your own, when it's your chief, when it's your people, it's very different. It's more difficult to bring forward these issues than if it's some stranger like Robert Payton. I could go into the courts and see Payton. It doesn't impact me that much. But when it's our own chief, it's a whole different ballgame. And it was the most difficult thing to do, and I did it.